Here's my list for the top 15 most powerful pack-a-punch weapons currently in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, from movement to destroying bosses to taking out mercenaries to pure damage, or even finishing off the final boss, the Red Worm. Each weapon in this list has something it brings to the table in its own unique way, so no matter what your playstyle is, one of, if not more of the weapons on this list should be perfect for you. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Coming in at the number 15 slot, we've got a weapon I've been a fan of ever since Modern Warfare 3 Zombies launched. The PKM with the aftermarket part. This has great mobility. It fries zombies in the tier 3 zone. The only real downside is the reload for it's kind of slow, but when you do reload, you've got 400 bullets per magazine. All right, let's see how it holds up against a big horde, and that is a big horde. Dog's got to go first. Yep, chugging away. Oh, yeah, it took care of that real nice and easy. Oh, and there's a Mega Abomination. Pops the eye pretty quickly and does pretty good base damage to the Mega Abomination. So overall, super solid weapon. It used to be higher up on the list, but with new DLC weapons releasing and new weapon buffs, I think it fits in really nice at the 15 slot. Here's my class setup for the Pull Me Out 7.62. We had the conversion kit on, the 200 round belt. The optic is kind of personal preference. We were using the Jack Glassless optic. This is the laser sight we had on, and then this is the barrel we had. For the number 14 spot, surprisingly, we have the ray gun, and I know what you're thinking. The ray gun is terrible in this game. It did get a buff in season 2, but even after the buff, it's just not that great against tier 3 zombies. You can see here that the PKM was taking out zombies so much quicker. It does get a little bit better when you're shooting a horde of zombies because the splash damage affects all the zombies in the horde, but there's still a lot of weapons that beat it out. It's unfortunately kind of underpowered when it comes to bosses like the Mega Abomination as well. Come on, can we even break an eye? There we go. And then there's the base damage, slowly but surely taking them out. Now, why did this even make the list if it's just not that good against zombies in the tier 3 zone? That's because there's one thing it's amazing at, and it is absolutely... oh, hold on. Sentry gun. I'm kind of... There we go. It is absolutely amazing at taking out bots. If you got to take down a warlord, or if you need to do something that involves killing a lot of bots, the ray gun's probably the best weapon in the game for it. Oh, look, there's a chopper. Oh, now there's not a chopper. Oh, there's another chopper. Hit it twice. Oh, and gone. All right, go ahead and get ready to fly off. Another sentry gun takes that out. Dokkaebi again, and she's already flying. Helicopter gone, and finish off Dokkaebi. Oh, I'll take that self-revive. So surprisingly, the ray gun, which is, you know, the zombie exclusive gun, it's better at taking out bots and helicopters than it is zombies. And that's why it makes number 14 on the list. Because if you have to do anything that involves taking down bots, helicopters, the ray gun is the way to go. This thing absolutely nukes them. Now, obviously, there isn't a class setup for the ray gun, but remember, there is a schematic that gives you a free one every 2 days. This video was made possible by Manscaped, and they sent me the perfect package 5.0 Ultra to show you guys. First, we got the main attraction, the Lawnmower 5.0, with an upgraded trimmer blade that features longer, wider, and rounded teeth to cut hair fast and easy, all while being gentle on your skin. Now, here's where the magic starts. Once you've trimmed, you can easily remove the trimmer blade and attach the foil blade to get to the base of the hairs down to skin level. This tag team combo is unbeatable for men's hygiene. Get 2 trimmers for the price of 1. All this while still having the same classic features that you love. Rechargeable battery, USB-C charging, battery indicator, and yes, it's still waterproof. But that's just the start in the perfect package 5.0 Ultra. You'll also get the crop smoother and the crop preserver. These are the perfect pair to keep your pair feeling cool, fresh, and comfortable all day long. That's fancy talk for ball deodorant, but it works, and I'm a fan. And as a bonus free gift, you'll also get the Shed 2.0 travel bag for on-the-go grooming. So don't wait, head over to manscaped.com and get your hands on the perfect package 5.0 Ultra. Use code LEGO to get 20% off plus free international shipping and a free gift. Check it out via the link down below. Huge thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Next up, we've got another weapon we've talked about in the past before, this being the Akimbo renettis. These things fry zombies in the tier 3 zone, and you get 100 bullets in each renetti, so you get 200 bullets before you have to reload, and look at how quick this reload is. Boom, and back to frying. Oh yeah, there was some mimics in there, and this is a big horde, and you can see the horde just absolutely... Oh, there's some zombies behind us too. Well, as long as the zombies are in front of us, we're pretty fine. Come on, some more. Oh, more zombies behind us, but it's melting. Armored, unarmored, they go away. Oh, there's a disciple. Hey there. And the disciple's gone. Oh, there's a mega bomb. Yeah, and this thing shreds mega bombs too. Already broke one of the eyes. Oh, and he's gonna spit again. Broke 2 of the eyes. Oh, he's gonna do it again. All right, I guess he just wants to go away. And it does so much raw damage, even when you're not shooting the eyes. And that's the end of Mr. Mega Bomb. The only downside of this weapon is to do the max DPS, you've got to spam rapidly, and your hands are going to get pretty tired using this weapon. These might destroy zombies, but in the process, they're also going to destroy your fingers. And I know there's a setting called manual fire behavior, and if you set that to hold, it makes them full auto, but it makes them shoot so much slower. If you just plan on putting this setting and holding down the trigger, you're way better off using another weapon, because the second you do that, you massively lower the amount of damage per second you're doing, and it's no longer worth it unless you're spamming these. But if you are spamming them, they're an absolute beast. On the Renetti, I was running the MLX short competition barrel, the sidearm L400, the 50 round mag, the Bruin express trigger action, and then obviously the Akimbo attachment. Number 12 on the list is a Modern Warfare 2 weapon, this being the M16. And just like in previous CODs, when you pack a punch the M16, it gets a special ability. It becomes full auto, but it does come with the side effect of a lot of kick. So we have a build that's really meant for a ton of recoil, and while we're hitting headshots on zombies, yeah, the M16 shreds. The M16 absolutely annihilates zombies, but you do have to be kind of good at controlling recoil, because even though we've got this fully maxed out for recoil attachments, the kick is still kind of there. But if the kick does become too much for you, you could try a tack stance build and just use it only in tack stance. But personally, I prefer the ADS build because I don't mind a little bit of kick, but I would recommend mainly using this in close range, because the farther you're trying to shoot out, the more you're going to notice the recoil. It can shoot at range, but you're going to be more accurate close range with this. All right, M16 versus a big horde. Here we go. Probably should take out the Disciple. Get the zombies close range, aim for the head. There goes the Mimic. Oh, gotta reload. The reload on it's a little bit slow, but if you have mags holding, that wouldn't be an issue at all. And the reload's not that bad. It's not like an LMG style reload. All right, horde of zombies again, and yeah, it just annihilates them. Oh, Mega Bomb. Hi there. And pop die. Hold on, we gotta, before we finish taking out the Mega Bomb, we gotta take care of the zombies, which should be pretty easy. Luckily, this weapon also has a ton of reserve ammo. You get 900 spare shots, so you don't run out of ammo that often. Two eyes broken. And goodbye, good sir. Here's the attachments I was running on the M16. We had the Jack BFB, the 11.5-inch carbine shroud, the Jack glassless optic, the Seiken ZX grip, and the 60-round mag. Number 11 is the old trusty Longbow, another weapon that gains a special ability when you pack a punch it. If we shoot in the air, you'll see it actually shoots 2 bullets every single time we pull the trigger, which helps us just absolutely annihilate zombies. Like, oh, look, light armored zombie, gone. Oh, there's a full armored zombie. So full armored zombie to the face. Yeah, you can one tap full armored zombies with this bad boy. You also get 80 bullets with it. However, if you notice, every time you shoot, it does count as 2 bullets when you're pulling the trigger as well. So even though we have 80 bullets, it's really like having 40 trigger pulls, which is still really good for a sniper rifle. All right, come on, zombies. There we go. So big horde of zombies. Let's see how quickly we can take them out with the longbow. Just keeps going. Take out the dog. Yeah, this thing is an absolute monster. I mean, it's just a one-tap machine on normal zombies. As long as you're aiming for the head, it just deletes. And having 80 bullets in the magazine means you don't have to reload often, but when you do reload, it's pretty freaking quick. So that combined with the high reserve amount, ammo is pretty much never going to be an issue on this weapon, whether it's reloading or just having bullets to spare. All right, let's see how it fares against a boss. How quick does it break the eye? Oh, that was pretty quick. It also does a ton of base damage to it. So as you can see, not only is the longbow deadly to zombies, it's also deadly to bosses as well. Can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. Attachments on the longbow. For the barrel, we got the Pro 99 long barrel. We got the Razorhawk laser, the slate reflector for the optic, the quick bolt for the bolt, and then the magazine is the 40 round mag. Next on the chopping block, we've got our first DLC weapon, the Ram 9. This thing did get nerfed in season 2, but even with the nerf, this thing is still really deadly. Ooh. Well, let me take care of this horde of zombies real quick. Okay, now that they're gone, this has the same special ability that the longbow does. When you shoot it, you're actually going to shoot 2 bullets at once. However, when you do that, you only use 1 of the bullets from your magazine. So it shows that we have 100 bullets in our magazine, but we really have 200 because every time we shoot, we're shooting 2, not 1. So it's a 200 round mag, not a 100 round mag. Okay, horde of zombies. Let's see how she fares. Yeah, even after the nerf, this thing shreds zombies. The biggest downside with this weapon, though, is the reserve ammo. If you've used the Ram 9 before, you know it runs out of ammo very quickly. So while you're using it, you need to make sure you're constantly picking up all the ammo on the ground. And if you're ever near a supply crate, you definitely want to hit it up. Because if you're not paying attention, this thing will be at 0 before you know it. Oh, and there's a Mega Abomination. All right, just in time. We were just ready for you. All right, see how quickly we break the eye. Already gone. Look at that damage. Absolute boss shredder. However, if you look at our ammo, it is very, very rapidly depleting. Yeah, we've got less than 100 reserve ammo, so let's kill some zombies to get our ammo back up before we continue shooting the boss. All right, 300 bullets again. Let's go. And down goes the Mega Bomb. Now, on top of being good against bosses like the Mega Abomination, the Ram 9's also super good against the worm fights, including the Red Worm World Boss fight. So if you need a weapon to take down the Red Worm with, the Ram 9's a great choice. And yeah, it does have the limited ammo capacity, but it doesn't matter for the worm fight because there's always 2 ammo crates right next to it. So even if you are burning through ammo, it doesn't matter. You have unlimited for the boss fights. Here's the class setup for the Ram 9. For the barrel, we got the FFS Infiltrator Light Barrel. The laser is the Razor Hawk. The optic is the MK3 reflector. The rear grip is the 90 grip tape, and the magazine is the 50 round mag. For number 9, we've got the Akimbo Swarms, another set of weapons that's been good in zombies pretty much ever since they came out. Go ahead, take out some zombies with it. One of the better things is you get 200 bullets per weapon. So we've really got 400 bullets here before we have to reload. And if you're aiming for the head, yeah, it knocks down zombies left and right. That should be enough. So here they are against a big horde of zombies, and they just keep shooting. Keep going, keep going. Horde's gone. Still got extra ammo. Still got quite a bit more. Yeah, so you can see a lot of damage per magazine here. The Akimbo Swarms aren't as bad with reserve ammo as the Ram 9 is, but you still want to watch out for ammo drops because you can quickly hit the bottom of these and be left with no ammo if you're not paying attention. All right, Mega, I got 2 things I'd like to have a word with you. Pops the eye. In the base damage versus the Abomination, also very, very solid. And on top of being good against Mega Abominations, you guys have probably already seen, but the Akimbo Swarms are amazing when it comes to taking down the Red Worm boss fight and the other worm boss fights in the game. On the Swarm, we're running the WSP Ruthless L Barrel, the Hipshot L20, the 100 round drum, the Akimbo Brace Stock Conversion Kit, and the Marauder Grip. Number 8 is the Tac Evolvere. This weapon was pretty bad in zombies at one point, but earlier on in season 2, it got a massive buff, and you'll realize we're running the 400 round magazine on this, which actually means we're doing less damage per shot than the normal version. But yeah, using the bigger magazine that does less damage actually makes it better in zombies because it takes the same amount of headshots regardless. So you definitely want the bigger magazine. And we've got it in tac stance. Look at this thing in tac stance. It is melting through zombies. And you have 400 bullets before you have to reload this thing. Unfortunately, it is an LMG. So if you look at the reload speed, it's not the fastest. It's not crazy slow. But this is a weapon that would benefit from mags of holding. But even if you put mags of holding on it, it wouldn't move it up too much farther in the list, but it definitely would help out. But yeah, look at how many zombies we can take down before we even have to reload. And it's accurate for being a tac stance build. Oh, and there we go. For being a tac stance build, you can kill zombies pretty far out. Like, look at that. No need to ADS, just tac stance ADS. Show me what you got, LMG. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Pretty much gone. Few more there. That guy there. Yeah. So safe to say, doesn't matter how big the horde of tier 3 zombies you have is, this gun's gonna handle it. It will take them out. Another thing that makes this weapon stand out, if we refill our ammo, there is 1,000 reserve bullets. On top of the 400 you have in the magazine, that is 1,400 bullets you'll get every single time you go to an ammo crate. So you're not going to run out of ammo with this. You would have to try extremely hard to be completely out of ammo. So unlike some of the other guns we've shown off, you don't constantly have to worry about looking for ammo on the ground, making sure you're picking it up, and you don't have to worry about going to ammo crates. But for the real question, can it Mega Abomination? Yep, broken eye already. Pretty decent base damage. Go ahead, break another one of them little heads. But clearly, this thing also shreds through bosses too. Now, for the Tac Evolvere, we're running the S30C DL Breacher device, the Bruin Tactical Vertical Grip, the Corvus Pec Beam 5, the 200 round 5.56 belt, and the FFS Combat Grip. Number 7 is the XRK Stalker, and right away, you'll notice this weapon is lacking a little bit when it comes to zombie killing. Yes, it can one-tap a zombie in the tier 3 zone, but with the rechambering speed, it's just not efficient for taking down large hordes. It can do it, but every other gun we've listed in this list so far would just straight up be better when it comes to taking down large hordes of zombies. But at the end of the day, if you need it to get the job done, it can. Now, if this weapon is worse at taking out zombies than the other weapons on the list, why is it even on the list? That's because this thing absolutely annihilates bosses. Here's a Mega Abomination. Go ahead, give it a shot. Oh, broke his eye in one shot and did a ton of damage. Also, the base damage when he's not showing you his eye, also does a ton of damage as well. Oh, there's a disciple. Go ahead, take it down its health. Disciple gone. Oh, yeah, let me see that eye. And gone. And gone. This thing pretty much nukes any boss zombie you find. Mangler, shoot him in the cannon. Oh, and now he's gone. Disciple, break his mask. Gone. Okay, zombies, can you chill? I'm just looking for bosses right now. I don't want anything to do with you. Wait for it. Mimic. Gone. Other mimic. Meow. Gone. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the mimic. There's the mimic. Class setup for the XRK Stalker. We have the Handler LKP short barrel. For the optic, I was using the Quarters Classic Reflex. This is a new attachment you get by leveling up the SOA Subverter. For the stock, we had the no stock attachment. The bolt was the Stalker light bolt, and then we had the 10-round magazine on. Coming in the number 6 spot, we've got another Modern Warfare 2 weapon, this being the M13B, and let's go ahead and unleash it on some zombies. Gone. Come back this way, shoot some more over here. Gone. Give it a reload. Oh god, we got a lot behind us. Don't worry, it'll take care of them. Whew, they got a little bit close, but yeah, a lot of those were armored zombies too. Great. Now we scared away all the zombies because of the power of this gun. Okay, there's some unexpected victims up here. Oh, is that a fully armored zombie too? So a fully armored tier 3 zombie M13. Oh, M13 says goodbye. All right, so 120 bullets, big horde of zombies, and we just keep spamming them. Backed ourselves into a corner, but I think we'll be a-okay. Oh, maybe not. Had to reload. But yeah, you can see M13B absolutely packs a punch. So it's great against zombies, but what about something with a little bit more health? Like, oh, and it already popped its mouth. Okay, so pretty good so far. Pretty solid base damage. And he's gone. Thank you. I'll take that essence. The M13B's also got great reserve ammo, so you're not going to have to worry about going to ammo boxes or picking up a ton of ammo on the ground. Here's the attachments we were running on the M13B. We had this laser sight, the Jack Glassless optic, the Bruin R90 factory, the D37 grip, and the 60-round mag. Now, moving into the top 5 weapons, coming in the number 5 spot, we've got the Haymaker with slugs, and this is another weapon with a special ability. When you pack a punch it, the slugs turn into a buckshot and have a giant spread. It shoots a lot of different slugs, and let's just see what this can do. And it's also full auto when you pack a punch it, but these are tier 3 zombies, and it doesn't care. It does. Oh, I gotta reload real quick, and it doesn't care. Okay, fully armored tier 3 zombie and one hit. Yeah, so this can one hit any zombie type in the tier 3 zone, and you get 40 shells before you have to reload this bad boy. So you're not gonna have to reload that often, and when you do, it's a pretty quick reload. Obviously, if you're using mags of holding, that doesn't matter whatsoever, but there's a lot of damage behind this weapon. Oh, and there's a Mega Abomination. Let's see what this bad boy can do against a big bad boss. Oh, did I break your eye? Boom, bye-bye Mega Abomination. But since this weapon has slugs on it, it's not near as limited like other shotguns are. You can hit this bad boy at pretty far range. Look at that. Yeah, they're slug shots. They go a pretty long distance. The farther you shoot them, the more it's going to spread out, but it has way more range than what you'd see with your typical shotgun. Like, oh, dog up there. Let's see. Can we get the dog? Oh. Yeah, we got the Hellhound. I wouldn't recommend shooting it at that crazy far range, but it will get the job done. It's just going to take you a lot more shots than normal. Oh, big horde of zombies. Let's corner ourselves and just light into it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, this weapon pretty much speaks for itself. It's great. Class setup for the Haymaker. We are running the Crown Breaker Choke, the Bruin Bastion Angled Grip, the 12-gauge Slug, the 20-round Drum, and the Corvus Peck Beam 5. Now for the number 4 slot, we got the Holger 5.56 with the backsaw aftermarket part, and this makes it a double barrel. So when you shoot it, you're actually shooting 2 bullets at once, which doesn't matter too much when you're ADSing. You can see there is a little bit of spread, but when you hip fire, it spreads the streams a lot, which is going to be useful for something we'll show off in a second. But for the most part, when you're in the tier 3 zone, you want to be ADSing and aiming at the heads of the zombies so you're hitting both those bullets. Because when you're hitting both those bullets, you will absolutely shred through hordes of zombies. And you've got a 300 round mag to make up for it. But keep in mind, since it's a double barrel and you're shooting 2 shots at once, it's really like a 150 round mag, because every time you pull the trigger, 2 bullets leave the mag. Oh, what is a Mega Abomination? Might as well do this now. With this weapon, you're actually able to hip fire and hit 2 different mouths at once. Not really sure if that does any extra damage, but it is kind of cool. You know, why hit 1 head when you can hit 2? And the base damage is ridiculous. Look at how low health this Mega Abomination is already at. You ready to go? Boom. Yeah, this thing just deals a ridiculous amount of damage. One of the better weapons for taking down a Mega Abomination. Also good for other bosses too. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of zombies. All right. Come on, Holger 556, go. Some tier 3 zombies in there, but they're all hitting the floor. And gone. To show off another feature I like about this gun, we're at a tier 1 exfil. Because this weapon has a large spread when you hip fire, it makes it extremely good for farming zombies in lower tier zones. Since it's a one-shot, you can just hip fire and go back and forth, and you're going to kill a ton of zombies. This is helpful if there's a challenge that requires killing a bunch of zombies, if you're trying to XP farm. But if you're just trying to farm lower tier zones, this is amazing for it. Obviously, it's not going to work in tier 3. You want an ADS to be able to hit both bullets on them. But tier 1 zombies, this is a one hit. You can just absolutely mow through the hordes using the spread to your advantage. And on top of all of this, the Holger 556 with this aftermarket part is one of the single best weapons in the entire game for taking down the red worm. Obviously, this also applies for the other worm fights, but it does not disappoint. All around, this weapon just slaps. Here's the class setup for the Holger 556. We had the Razorhawk laser light, the MK3 reflector, the Adder assault stock, the Morn 20 grip, and then obviously we had the aftermarket jack backsaw kit. For the number 3 spot, we should go ahead and just buy PhD now, because it's gonna save us later. Because at number 3, we've got the RGL, the only really good rocket launcher in the game. But in the tier 3 zone, it absolutely blasts through zombies. And yeah, it doesn't have a huge mag, but it reloads quick enough. And if you get mags of holding on this, woo, yeah, never have to worry about reloading on this is nice. Definitely one of the better weapons to use your mags of holding on. But even if you don't have mags of holding, this gun is pretty much god mode in tier 3. We can just hop into a corner and we can just, you know, spam bullets at the ground. There was a big horde in front of us. Oh, there's more zombies. Yep. Oh, not an issue. Any more takers? Oh, yeah. And it does decent against mimics and other bosses kind of like this. It does take a few shots. That's the bigger downside of this weapon. It can take out bosses, but not all of them, and it's a lot longer than bullet weapons would take. But both mimics, manglers, and disciples are all doable with the RGL. Oh, that's a big horde. What if I just ran into the horde like this and then just shot at the ground? Would I be all right? Oh, yeah, I'd be perfectly safe. Using this in tier 3 is pretty much just god mode. That's what it is. As long as you look at the ground and shoot, you pretty much can't die, regardless of how reckless you're playing. Because if it doesn't kill the zombies, it knocks them on the ground, which gives you more than enough time to reload. Oh no, a safe that we have to defend. However, will we complete this contract? What if we just sit in this corner and shoot zombies as they come towards us? But as you can see, it makes completing tier 3 contracts trivial. We could just sit here with one hand, using our other hand for activities, and easily complete this. Because if we do run out of ammo, the zombies are going to be close enough where we can just pick up the ammo in front of us. But we're not even getting close. We've got 42 shots left. And if we wanted to spam it, we could. 2 steps in front and we're maxed out again. And if you're curious, yes, it does the same thing in all of the different versions of the Dark Ether. So if you want to bring this into the Elder Dark Ether, sit in a corner, kill zombies, it's also going to work perfectly fine there as well. And free contract complete. But just to show you that, yes, it also does work on disciples as well. Just takes a couple of shots. Oh, and it's also a little easier to miss on a disciple. Yep, disciple. Go. Now, unfortunately, the biggest downside of the RGL is it doesn't work on the Mega Abomination. Even if he opens his mouth, it does so little damage to the Mega Abomination, there is zero reason to even try. If you want to take down Mega Abominations, you're going to need another weapon, which isn't the worst thing in the world, because keep in mind, you have 2 separate weapon slots. It might be one of the best weapons in the game for taking down zombies. It just doesn't hold up for big bosses like Mega Abominations. But zombies, it's one of, if not the single best weapon in the entire game. And that's why it makes number 3 on the list. The RGL is a RGL. There's no class setup. You can't put attachments on it. For the number 2 spot, we've got another wonder weapon, but it's a wonder weapon that you can now get a schematic for, so it makes it way more obtainable. This being the VR11, which does a crap ton of things when you pack a punch it. 1, you run faster with the VR11 in your hands than you do with any other weapon in the game. Look at how quickly we're able to just zoom with this. Obviously, if you have a Scorcher or other means of travel, it's not that big of a deal. But for training zombies and just being able to run away from a horde, having the VR11 in your hands, you look at this dog. His dog can't keep up. Normally, dogs will be biting you like crazy, but nah. Well, what are you gonna do? Ain't gonna do nothing. It's also good for causing distractions, because obviously if you shoot a zombie, the zombie turns into a human with a gun, and now the other zombies are going to go after that guy while he kills them. So it allows your tier 3 experience to be a little bit easier, because you can see I'm chilling. The zombies and the manglers are focused on the real people I made using the VR11. Oh, but he's going down quick. Oh, wait, he got back up. Oh, now he's gone. Oh, but no big deal. We'll just make another one. On top of that, it also does a bunch of damage when you shoot a boss with it. I wanted to show it against a Mega Abomination, but this is someone's HVT, I guess. You know, we'll take him down for him. So, yeah. Oh, 2 shots breaks the eye, and it just in general, this is an HVT Mega Abomination. So out of all the ones we've showed in this video, this one has a lot more health than the normal ones. And you can see, even though that's the case, it is it's nuking it. 1 shot left, but that's all I need. Oh, there we go. Normal Abomination. Oh, 1 shot to break the eye. 1 shot. Oh, look at that. The base damage also really good. Come on, let me thread the needle. Bye-bye, Mega. So yeah, super good against Mega Abominations. Something else the VR11 does that's pretty cool. Look at how damaged our vehicle is, and look how much fuel it's missing. If we just get out and we shoot it a couple times, go ahead, we can actually buff it, and now it's completely filled with ammo, and it's repaired, but we can do it a little bit more. Oh, one more time. And there we go. Our vehicle's fully fixed up, and we didn't need to go to a gas station. Also completely full on gas. Way better than sitting at a gas station and watching it slowly fill up over time. This healing effect also works on the Escort ATV. As you can see, it's at 74% health, but if we shoot it all the way back up to the 100. And yes, this does work for the Dark Aether version of this contract. Bringing in a VR11 to the Dark Aether for the Escort contract, one of the easiest ways to complete it, because every time it goes down some percentage, just shoot it and back to 100. Oh no, 85%, back to 100. Yep, keep smacking it. And fixed. I was about to say, you pretty much can't fail these types of contracts with the VR11, but you can if you crash. The VR11 also has a feature where you can buff a teammate by shooting them. It's a little bit gimmicky, and I haven't found much of a use for it. In previous games, the VR11 would be an insta-kill if you shot a teammate with it. But it doesn't make teammates insta-kill. It just seems to give them a little boost to damage. Like how I said previous games, the only other place you've been able to use the VR11 before is Call of the Dead. And Call of the Dead, when you shot a teammate with the VR11, they would have an insta-kill. But not the case here. And because of that, it's a wee bit gimmicky. So the VR11 has a ton of useful features, but that alone isn't enough to give it the number 2 spot. The reason I'm putting it in the number 2 spot is because of how crazy it is for taking out the red worm boss fight. And all the other worms. It just isn't the red worm. But wait till you see what this does to worms. All right, worm. So with this, you just want to get up close and personal and aim at the crit points and just spam. Oh, wow. As you can see, VR11, pretty good. Oh, and I missed half my shots there. Wow. Kind of worst case scenario, missed a ton of shots, but it still did a decent amount of damage. All right, but back to shooting the worm. This time, let's actually hit our freaking shot. Oh, we got a random here, but it shouldn't matter. You can see the VR11 just completely chunks the red worm. And there we go. Shot it from inside of its mouth. And with that, should be going down. Oh, great. And it took me with it. Cool. But yeah, when it comes to taking down the worm fight, the VR11 is without a doubt the single best weapon. It takes less than a minute to take it out with the VR11. It is 10 times better than the next best weapon for the worm fight. The VR11 also doesn't have a class setup, but if you get the schematic for it, you get a free one every 2 days. And finally, for the number 1 spot, and this is a little bit different, but I'm actually going to be putting 3 separate weapons into the number 1 spot because all of these weapons are amazing, and I can see arguments for any one of these weapons to be the absolute best in the game. So we're going to have our official number 1 spot and then 2 bonus number 1 spots, and the last one's going to be the absolute most overpowered out of all of them, but there's a reason that I'm not putting it in the official. You'll see in just a second. But for our official number 1 spot, we're going to want to go ahead and buy PhD because yes, indeed, the crossbow did get a massive nerf in season 1. However, if you switch the thermite tips over to the explosive tips, it brings the crossbow back to its original state. And that's why we're going to be putting it in the official number 1 spot. Let's find a fresh zombie. Yep, there's a armored zombie sticking with the crossbow and he is gone. That's why we need PhD because yes, the bolts do hurt ourselves. Oh, fully armored zombie. Go ahead, shoot him with the crossbow. Wait for it, and he's gone. Go ahead, get ourselves a big horde of zombies. All right, we're going to shoot 1 crossbow into the middle, and it's going to explode, and it killed the majority of them. Oh, there's a mimic. Shoot him a few times. Mimic's gone. More zombies. Shoot the one in the front, and oh, this one survived. Not for long, though. Yes, if you spam the crossbow, you will run out of ammo really quickly, but as long as you're picking up the ammo off the ground, it's not going to be an issue. The only time you're really going to run out of ammo is when you try to take down bosses like the Mega Abomination, but if you're careful about it, you don't have to worry. But let's see how quickly we can take down the Mega Abomination. Already broke his eyes. Not a big deal. We're just going to keep spamming. Half health already. We're pretty close to running out of ammo, but if we just go back around and pick up the ammo from the zombies we killed, it's not an issue. And just like that, Mega Abomination gone. The crossbow with explosive tips pretty much just explodes anything in tier 3 without issues. Same thing, you can bring this weapon in the Dark Aether and you can easily complete any Elder or normal Dark Aether contract using this. It's a very safe weapon to use. If you ever get cornered, just shoot the ground in front of you. The bolts will take care of the rest. Then collect the ammo and leave the corner. Here's the class setup for the crossbow with explosive tips. Now for the first number 1 bonus weapon, this is going to be the Scorcher. This isn't the best weapon for killing zombies, although it does pretty well in the tier 3 zone if you max upgrade it. If you get a horde and you layer it into them, it can kill the entire horde. But this weapon has so much utility in the game, it didn't feel right making a top 15 list and not including it on here. Because yes, it kills zombies, really not that great for the Mega Abomination, but in a pinch you can pull it out and it's going to get the job done. But the reason this makes the list, in my opinion, is because if you've ever used the Scorcher to get around the map, this is by far the easiest way to travel. So we go ahead, fully charge it, fly up in the sky, then we're going to go ahead, charge it again, and then once we get up here, we're going to pull our chute. After we pull our chute, we can let go, and then we can just charge the Scorcher to like 40-60%, and now we can fly wherever we want. There's no method of travel in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies that's even remotely near as fast as this. If you have a Scorcher, you can get across the entire map in less than a minute. You don't got to worry about driving, don't got to worry about portals. And this is why you see a lot of people running 2 weapons, but they'll always have a Scorcher in one of their weapon slots. Just because the time and convenience it saves you getting around the map, you can complete contracts quicker, you can get more XP. Pretty much everything you do in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, you can do faster and more efficiently if you can travel across the map quicker. However, all of this comes at the cost of taking one of your weapon slots. And also, if you're flying across the map with the Scorcher, be wary of helicopters, because if you hit one, you'll perma-die and you'll have to leave the lobby, which is not fun, speaking from experience. It's also pretty good at taking down lower level bosses. That was a tier 3 disciple and it took 1 shot to take him out. Test it out against a Mangler. 1 full blast right to the chest. Oh, it took it down in 1 blast. Didn't even shoot the second one. Now, obviously, there isn't a class setup, but remember, there is a schematic that gives you a free one every 2 days. Now, for the second bonus number 1 weapon, it's the SVA with the underbarrel flamethrower. This is the most powerful combination in the entire game right now. The reason I'm putting this in a bonus number 1 spot, it's so strong, I'm pretty sure this is going to get nerfed sooner or later. So I didn't want to put this in number 1. And then the entire thing get nerfed, making the list a little bit inaccurate. So it's going to be in a bonus number 1 spot. And depending on when you're watching this, it might not be this strong. This thing's so strong, you really don't need to upgrade it. In tier 1, the flamethrower insta-melts all of the zombies with 1 tap. In the tier 2 zone, it only takes 2 seconds to annihilate a zombie. Keep in mind, this is still an unpack-a-punched, unupgraded weapon. Now, even in the tier 3 zone, it can still kill fully armored zombies unupgraded and unpack-a-punched. But the real magic happens when we start slapping pack-a-punch upgrades on this. Now that it's fully maxed out, it insta-kills any zombie you touch with the flamethrower. It doesn't matter if it's fully armored or not. Just 1 flamethrower fuel and they're gone. Boop, boop, boop. And we're out of flamethrower fuel. That's the one downside, is you can't get flamethrower fuel from the ammo drops on the ground. You actually have to go to an ammo supply crate to refuel it. But luckily, there's enough of these crates around the map where ammo really isn't going to be an issue if you're constantly looking out. And when you do have ammo, everything disappears, including bosses. Here's a tier 3 disciple and gone. Oh, and look, there's a tier 3 Mega Abomination. Don't mind if I do. Oh, and legitimately gone. You know, I knew this was strong, but I've never had it 1 hit. You know, I'm not going to ask any questions. I think we need to do another one for testing, but I don't... Huh? Here's a Mimic. Well, there was a Mimic. Oh, there's a Mega Abomination. Yeah, that seems more about right. It takes him down quickly, but it's not going to insta-kill him. I'm not sure why we took him down in 1 second earlier. Usually it takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Oh, and we're out of ammo. Oh, nope. Still got him. The burning damage got him. But now that we're out of ammo, we just got to go back to an ammo crate and get more. And here's Stormcaller. Normally a boss that takes a while to take down. But let's see what our flamethrower has to say about it. Get behind him real quick. A little bit of fire fuel in the face. And he's down. So it's obvious why we picked the flamethrower part of this weapon, but what about the SVA part? The SVA is just the best weapon in the game you can currently put the flamethrower on. None of the other weapons in this list can you slap the flamethrower on. It's not available on Modern Warfare 2 weapons. It's only really available on some ARs and some battle rifles. And out of those, the SVA, if you're hyper bursting it, is the best out of all of them. So if you aim at the zombie's head and you tap fire, the SVA does a ton of damage. Not near as much as the flamethrower, but having the SVA as a backup for when you run out of ammo is always nice. And it does a really good job in the tier 3 zone. The reason you want to tap fire this gun is because the first 2 bullets shoot a lot faster than the rest of the bullets. So this is how fast you can shoot it if you're tap firing. Then if you hold down the trigger, it shoots this fast. So yeah, this weapon kills a lot faster if you just tap it. But if you need to, you can hold it down. but tap fire is recommended to get that max DPS. And if need be, yes, you can also use the SVA to take down bosses. Just don't expect for it to melt them like the flamethrower does. And even without the flamethrower attached, the SVA still would have made this top 15 list. It just wouldn't have been in the #1 spot. Putting the flamethrower on it is what puts it in the #1 spot. But it's still a very solid weapon, even if you don't have the flamethrower to put on it. Just not the single best weapon in the game. Here's the class setup for the SVA with the underbarrel flamethrower. So in my opinion, those are the top 15, or I guess we showed off 17. The top 17 best weapons in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies currently. See, you guys came for a top 15 list, and I delivered with a top 17 list. You had 2 extra weapons you didn't expect. My list might not be the same as your list. You might value different things about weapons more, but I guarantee you, out of these 17 weapons we showed off, there are bound to be a few of them that work perfect for your playstyle and are going to absolutely melt in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. If there's any weapons you're currently using that I left off the list and you felt like should have been on the list, make sure to leave them in the comments below and we'll test them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.
Lego unlocked. He's Lego unlocked. It's going to unlock all these candy.